Chivas fans have every reason to feel excited right now because Guadalajara is officially on fire. After a hard-fought 2-1 victory over Mazatlán in the Clausura 2026 tournament, Chivas are now sitting with 5 straight wins, and they're looking like one of the most dangerous teams in Liga MX at the moment. But even though the result was positive, the night didn't end perfectly, because the biggest concern coming out of this match wasn't the scoreline, it was the injury suffered by Luis Romo in the final minutes. That moment immediately changed the mood for Chivas supporters because Romo is one of those players who brings balance, control, and leadership to the midfield. So now the big question is simple. How serious is the injury? And will it affect Chivas' momentum moving forward? Still, when you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, this team is in a strong position. Under head coach Gabriel Milito, Chivas have been building something consistent. They're not just winning games. They're finding ways to win games. They're scoring at the right moments, staying disciplined, and showing that they can handle pressure. And that matters because the schedule ahead is not going to be easy at all. In fact, their next 5 matches might be the toughest stretch they've faced so far, and it will tell us exactly how real this Chivas team is. The next match on the calendar is a massive one. It's Chivas versus América, and anytime these two teams meet, it's more than just a regular season game. It's the biggest rivalry in Mexican football, a match that instantly brings drama, intensity, and national attention. The last time these two teams played was in the Apertura 2025 tournament, and Chivas won that game 2-1. That alone adds extra pressure because América will absolutely want revenge. This match will take place on February 14th at the Akron Stadium in Zapopan, Jalisco. Kickoff is set for 10 p.m. in the United States and 9 p.m. in Mexico. This is the kind of match that can define a season because a win over América doesn't just give you 3 points, it gives you confidence, momentum, and a message to the entire league. If Chivas win this one, the rest of Liga MX is going to start taking them even more seriously. Right after that, Chivas will have another intense challenge because their second match in this stretch is against Cruz Azul. That game will be played on February 21st at the Cuauhtémoc Stadium in Puebla. And Cruz Azul is not just another opponent. The last time these two teams met was in the quarterfinals of the Apertura 2025 tournament, and Cruz Azul came out on top with a thrilling 3-2 victory, knocking Chivas out and advancing to the semifinals. So from a Chivas perspective, this match is personal. It's a chance to settle the score. Cruz Azul is known for being physical, organized, and dangerous in big moments. If Chivas want to prove they're a real title contender this season, they have to show they can beat teams like Cruz Azul, especially away from home. Then comes the third match, and it might be the most difficult road test of all. Chivas will travel to face Toluca on February 28th at the Nemesio Diaz Stadium, one of the toughest places to play in Mexico. Toluca has a history of dominating at home, and the last time these two teams faced each other, Toluca crushed Chivas 3-0 in the Apertura 2025 tournament. That's the kind of loss you don't forget. It wasn't close. It wasn't unlucky. It was one-sided. So this match is about redemption. It's about showing growth. It asks about proving that the current version of Chivas is not the same team that got embarrassed the last time they faced Toluca. The match is scheduled for 6 p.m. in the United States and 5 p.m. in Mexico. And if Chivas can get a win or even a strong performance in Toluca, it would be a huge statement, because not many teams leave that stadium with points. After Toluca, the schedule stays intense because Chivas then face Atlas on March 7th. And this is another rivalry match. It's the Clásico Tapatio, and it always brings emotion, aggression, and unpredictability. This match will be played at Estadio Jalisco in Guadalajara, which means the city will be divided. The last time these teams played in Liga MX was in match day 15 of the Apertura 2025 tournament, and Chivas dominated Atlas 4-1. That kind of result doesn't just hurt the opponent, it humiliates them. So Atlas will be coming into this match with one mission: revenge. But for Chivas, it's an opportunity to remind their rivals who runs the city. This match is scheduled for 8 p.m. in the United States and 7 p.m. in Mexico, and the atmosphere is going to be electric. Finally, Chivas will complete their next 5-match stretch with a game against Santos Laguna on March 14th. This match will also be played at Estadio Jalisco in Guadalajara. The last time these two teams met was in Apertura 2025, and Santos won 1-0. That match was played at the TSM Stadium, and Santos came away with the win, which means Chivas will definitely want payback this time around. Santos is one of those teams that can be inconsistent, but when they're locked in, they're dangerous. They can frustrate you, slow the game down, and punish mistakes. That's why Chivas can't afford to relax. This match is scheduled for 6 p.m. in the United States and 5 p.m. in Mexico. So when you look at these next 5 matches together, it's clear that this is the moment of truth for Chivas. América, Cruz Azul, Toluca, Atlas, and Santos Laguna. This is not an easy run. These are all teams that can beat you, especially if you lose focus or deal with injuries. And that's why Luis Romo's injury is such a major storyline. If he misses time, Chivas will need someone else to step up and bring stability in midfield, because the matches ahead will require composure and control. You can't survive this stretch by just playing with emotion. You need structure, discipline, and smart decision-making. But here's the good news for Chivas fans. This team is winning right now. They're building confidence. They're scoring when it matters. And most importantly, they're showing a mentality that championship teams usually have. 5 straight wins doesn't happen by accident. That's not luck. That's rhythm. That's belief. And if they can survive this next stretch with strong results, then Chivas One aren't just be a team sitting at the top of the standings. They'll be the team that everyone else is afraid of. Because these next 5 matches will either prove Chivas are true title contenders or expose weaknesses that need fixing before the playoffs arrive. And one thing is guaranteed, this next stretch is going to be must-watch football. If you enjoyed this update, make sure to like, subscribe, and save this video for later. And don't forget to follow Victory Grid for more Liga MX news, schedules, and match breakdowns.